Hi, my name is Katie, and in this video I'll be playing Scarlet Hollow episode 4. I'm yearning to find out what happens next, so let's do this! Sorry, Dr. Kelly, I should have been better at stopping her. It wasn't your fault, Alexis. I take full responsibility. As her father, I should have. No need for anyone to step in to take blame for anything. It's the hospital's fault for sending her home at all. It's gross negligence if you ask me. But give it time, then you can do all the activities you want. Alright, Rosalina? Why does everyone seem so chill? Shouldn't you all be traumatized? I kind of like... I think they are trying to be chill for each other. There is no other way. I mean, I'm sure these people are gonna talk amongst themselves when they are ready and open up, but inciting chaos and additional drama doesn't seem like the wise course of action. Let's ask. How's Reese? He's fine. Had a rough night, but he'll recover. He's used to this sort of thing. He just needs a couple days to get back on his feet. That means no more excitement, not even a movie. I'm so sorry to hear that, Dr. Kelly. But I wanna see Shinochi Dead Blood. I was promised chilling Japanese found footage horror. You need to get your son some therapy. I don't think he's okay. But what if I wanted to hang out with him again? He's so cool. I'd like to hear this from him, not filtered through you. You talk about him like he's a child. I will respect this boundary and not bother either of you anymore. Flirt? What? Okay, but what if I wanted to hang out with you? What? Remain silent. So what? Dr. Kelly is one of the romancing options? Well, that was a surprise. Definitely not gonna try to flirt with her, but like, yeah. I'd really like to hear this from him. And also this, like, I would like to respect this boundary and not bother either of you anymore. But also, in all honesty, Reese seemed like he wanted to spend time with his friends. He wasn't as hostile as his mother, and he seemed like he craved for some kind of connection with other people. She's setting boundaries, but she cannot set boundaries for her grown-up son. I get that I've been pondering what kind of response I'm gonna give to her, but I really want to make the kind of conversation choice options that I can stand behind. I get that this option is not gonna make me any more likable or popular in Dr. Kelly's eyes, but heck it. I'd like to hear this from him, not filtered through you. He's sick, so you won't be hearing it from him. And I can't say I care for your tone right now. Occasionally we make friends, occasionally we make enemies. And we are not everyone's piece of cake. I mean, that's absolutely, totally normal. Everyone doesn't need to like us, we don't need to like everyone. And with everything she has said and how she has been behaving, she has shown us that we are not welcome in her son's life, in her life. So I'm not trying to seek her acceptance anymore because she's not showing any of that towards us. I'm not giving up on Reese. I'm not letting Reese to be in that basement alone, painting his nightmares and fears and experiences and not talking with anyone. If I can, I will try to help him somehow. I don't know what he's going through. Like, I had these wild theories about some kind of transformation he was going through, but I don't know if that is like a thing. So I'm just gonna continue. Dr. Kelly and I, not gonna be friends, probably. Have you seen Stella since last night? Not since dinner. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? I'm starting to freak out a little. I really care about her and she's just gone. So I'm guessing that's a no? Nope, we have no clue where she's gone. Would I be asking if she had remained silent? Let's try not to worry them too much. So I'm guessing that's a no? You'd be right, I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I should have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door, trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were gonna be able to stop her. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found it. I don't even think she knew how she'd react. Yeah. I mean, she had all this equipment with her. She was so prepared, pushing everyone to go in and being all excited about all of it. And she also wanted to have as many people there as possible. And she wanted us to share that experience together. And then it turned out to be something completely opposite from the fun and slightly exciting, easygoing ghost hunt she might have had in her mind. And it's understandable. I mean, she says she's been on many ghost hunts but never had any actual footage of anything, any ghosts. So I guess she was expecting that it was gonna be a fun experience where we all get to spend some time together and share something slightly exciting, but that wasn't exactly how it went. And besides, you didn't know how bad it was gonna get. You can't blame yourself for everything, man. True, very true. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay, but sometimes that's just not gonna be possible. You're only one guy. That's what Rosalina's always saying. You have a very wise child. I suppose I do apologize more than I should. I do that too. I can relate to that. You really do. I'm not gonna ask about this. I'm not gonna say mean things. I don't need to go and look for a conflict. This I can ask. I'm guessing Charlie didn't come back for an encore? Not as far as I know. I slept in Rosalina's room and I made sure to put some heavy objects on top of the hatch just to give myself a little extra peace of mind. But nothing happened. That's good enough for me. I didn't see anything either, but even if something did happen, I wouldn't know. I was asleep as soon as my head hit the pillow. I'm too tired to worry about ghosts anymore, to be honest. Losing a limb will do that, especially if you decide to tromp around the next day like nothing happened. I would have been fine if it weren't for Charlie. Good thing he's gone then, and let's hope he stays gone. Wait, Oscar? Did you tell Dr. Kelly about... Yeah, I told her everything. He did. I'm sorry that happened. So you believe in ghosts? She says she's sorry that it happened. I assumed she would be more against it, like more logical. Not accepting ghost story as a real thing, but okay. Street smart. Dr. Kelly's silence speaks volumes. It isn't a silence of embarrassment, but rather one of recognition. So, she knows that ghosts exist? What? Well, if she recognizes this, should I say it? I won't get another chance. But if she knows what I'm talking about, then I should warn her. We found something in Oscar's house last night, a stone carving that gave me and Tabitha a vision about what had happened there. Well, that's not exactly how I would phrase it. Now I sound like a really weird person, but okay, let's continue. There was one in the mines the other night too. Both of them had a sort of pull on me. Whatever they are, there's something like them in your clinic. I felt it last night. Street smart, you can feel Dr. Kelly's demeanor shift. She's grown quiet, her gaze piercing and analytical. Something awful is going to happen at the clinic, just like something awful happened at Oscar's house and at the mines. Have you ever noticed anything weird at the clinic? Would you mind if we looked into it? I bet you would. I'm sure it's nothing, but I thought you might want to know. Never mind, it's probably nothing. But I think you already know something about all that. I just had to go with this conversation option. I had to. But I think you already know something about all that. About what? Some weird feeling you got. Look, after what I've heard from last night, I'm willing to believe there is something going on in Scarlet Hollow. But trust me, there is nothing strange about the clinic. Reese and I will be fine. But on the off chance that you're wrong and something does happen, aren't you worried about Reese? If dinner was too much for him, I can't imagine how rough it would be if he was hurt or possessed. Don't tell me how to take care of my son. Ooh. We have a system. He'll be fine. It sounds like you are reassuring yourself more than anyone else. I'm gonna remain silent. So, you've got your meds, you've got your nest of pillows, a helpful friend by your side, and a cat to keep you company. Seems like you're all set. Make sure you do a whole lot of nothing today. Oh, it's nice to see softer side of Dr. Kelly though. I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. Yes, thanks again for coming down to see us, Joan. So Joan is her first name. It's a beautiful name. Not a problem. I'd much rather she stay put than have to get in and out of cars. I'll call later today to see how things are going. Hope the rest of the week is less eventful for the both of you. I hope so too. Goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? Pixel looks so happy. Don't worry, Doc. I keep her warm. I'm helping. Dr. Kelly's features harden once again as she steps towards the door. And then she pushes past you to leave Oscar's house. We'll let you kids have some space. Alexis, why don't you figure out a restful activity for you and Rosalina? Will do, Mr. Gutierrez. I brought some video games and puzzles from my house, and some movies too. Whatever you want to do, Rosalina. Oh, thank you, Alexis, for taking care of her. I hope you will get some rest as well. Oscar ushers you down, back to the library. What's up? Is everything okay? Yes, everything's fine, or At least much better than yesterday. I can't thank you all enough. I'd like to be as helpful as I can from here on out, now that our little situation is dealt with. I'll finally have some time to dig into the town archives. Our house was haunted because someone was murdered there. The mine collapse the other night was at the site of a mass grave. With enough research, maybe we'll be able to get a step ahead of the next crisis. Maybe we can actually preempt it. That is, assuming there's going to be a next crisis. But something tells me we aren't in the clear yet. Yep, there are many more ditchlings out there right now. We should compare notes. Not that I have any to start with, but if you know anything that might narrow down my research, it could save me a lot of time. I don't think we actually know that much more than you do, but I've got some hunches. I can't help but feel like there must have been some inciting event, since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight. What that inciting event was or where to start looking for it, I have no idea, but it's something to keep in mind. Avery stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only started happening once Katie got here. Hey, I wouldn't make that sort of— oh my goodness, what are you implying? Oh no. Kanika shots Avery a glare. No, we are not throwing Katie under the bus. Thank you, Kanika. What? There's nothing wrong with being a magical catalyst. Magical catalyst. I want to have a t-shirt that says, I am a magical catalyst. Sure, there's probably nothing wrong with someone being a magical catalyst, but there's definitely something wrong with saying someone's a magical catalyst. If people get the wrong idea, we're only a couple of steps away from the whole town deciding to shore her. Nobody's going to drag Katie into a witch hunt on my watch. Oh, thank you, Kanika. I'd like to think we've outgrown the days of running people out of town on rails. Yeah, I hope so too. I'd rather play it safe. Don't worry, it's not like I'm going to run around town telling everyone that Katie magicked a bunch of terrible disasters into existence. Hey, I don't think I was the cause of that. But if there's a catalyst for all of this, why wouldn't it be a lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Katie getting into town isn't the only major event that's happened lately. Perlan died over a week ago, and those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time she arrived. This was something I was wondering. Because when the Glass House episode came out, there was an insightful comment saying that whomever brought the goat into the glass house, greenhouse, however you want to call it, had yellow fur on their head. So there was a comment suggesting that perhaps someone with yellow hair, and of course immediately one thinks of Tabitha. But what I actually was thinking is that we haven't seen a single photo of Perlan. If she died over a week ago, what if Perlan has been the one who has brought the goats into the greenhouse and not told Tabby why the goat is there? I'm wondering if Perlan could have been the one who brought the goats into the greenhouse. Why though? I'm sorry, but my first thought is for some kind of offering. If she would begin to raise goats, why is there only one? If any of the Scarlets wants to have a goat as a pet, why not make a space for it in the garden? It's clearly hidden. It has been placed within a broken old glass house not being in use. So someone brought it there and hid it away. I don't know, I've been watching many horror movies, and you people, this sounds like a really bad bad combination. We have goat that is all alone in the glass house, and I'm afraid it was meant to be offering for some, I don't know, great evil that is sealed away, that demands blood as offering. I don't know. And also, like, I have no idea how Enoch ties into all of this. Not to mention, I started seeing things in our house before Perlam passed, I think. I never thought to make a note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. If there's a root cause for all of this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have ever been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. Those carvings I warned Dr. Kelly about are important. I wonder if this could be the work of some sort of cult? I think Dr. Kelly is hiding something. Dinner last night was weird. Make sure Pixel stays inside or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. There's that thing in the clinic I mentioned, that pool. Whatever we're doing next, I feel like we're missing a vital team member. We need to find Stella, and fast. Very true. We're burning daylight, let's head out. Turn and leave. First of all, let's warn Oscar. Let's make sure Pixel stays inside. Make sure Pixel stays inside or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those faces? Yeah, the anguished Dove boys. I kinda like them. It's like a hidden object game out there today with all the weird little faces peering out of the bushes. Like them? Are we talking about the same creatures that have been laying eggs in the local wildlife? I don't want to get friendly with them or anything. I just think they're kinda interesting. To each their own. Will do. I can't imagine how devastated Rosalina would be if something were to happen to him. Especially after everything she's been through. This is not an explore option, so I will use it last. Those carvings I warned Dr. Kelly about are important. To think there was something like that under my house all this time, and to think someone must have put it there, but who? Enoch? I don't know. And there was one in the mines, and if you're right, there's one in the clinic. Maybe that's what I should be focusing on right now. I mean, they said that it was an old TB clinic, right? When we were having dinner with Reese and Dr. Kelly. Joanne, was it? I'm not gonna call her by her first name. We're not in such close terms, at least not yet. How many of those things are there? If we're lucky, maybe just those 3, but I'd rather not count on it. Why don't we go down to the basement and take a closer look at the seal that's here? The ghost isn't around anymore, so there's no harm in it, right? I personally would rather not go back into that creepy basement, but that thing has to be the most solid lead we have at this point, right? Not a chance. I know the ghost is probably gone for good, but that thing is evil. And if there's even the slightest chance that going back down there triggers something, it's not worth disturbing. At least not until we know more. But what if this is our only chance to... My daughter's safety comes first right now. We finally have our house back, and I'm not taking any risks until we know what we're dealing with. I think this is, yeah, we already talked about the seal at the clinic. Well, I do think Dr. Kelly is hiding something. Yeah. I think Dr. Kelly is hiding something. Dinner last night was weird. I don't think we need to go around accusing anyone of being deceitful. No, Katie is definitely right. I know that's probably not great to hear since Rosalina really needs her right now, but something is up with Dr. Kelly. I'm worried about Reese. She seemed pretty normal in there, even if she was a little terse with you too. She was pretty nice to Rosalina, I'd say. Yeah, she likes sick people and kids. People who are easy to control. Oh, damn. I request we drop this line of thinking. We don't need to turn on each other based on pure speculation. I can respect that boundary, yeah. Besides, she took me at my word about everything that happened last night. That has to count for something, right? I'm gonna choose this option. It sounds like you've got something to work on now. We should get back to looking for Stella. I do. Thanks for the lead, Katie. See you around, Oscar. Let us know what you find. I will.